Rated M for mature.
Welcome, everybody, to Saves Together, the podcast about playing games together, whether that means co-op or passing the controller back and forth or just playing the same game at the same time. It doesn't matter how, it only matters that it's together because...
When you save together, you stay together.
I'm Craig.
I'm Grace.
I've said that intro 79 times. This is episode 79.
Never
10
thought
away,
we'd get this far.
10 past the good one.
Yeah.
10 past the other one.
69, 420,
Oh.
24/7. What?
I didn't want to say it out loud, dude. It's the first minute. Doesn't YouTube give you you don't get commercials or whatever?
We don't put this on YouTube, so we're safe.
Well, I'm practicing. I'm practicing from a big YouTuber.
I think it's okay to say the number 69.
No,
I don't think
stop
that you get
saying
an
it. They're gonna-
explicit tag for that.
You do. That's what
So in schools, when they're practicing
what's
math,
63 plus
do they
6?
just make sure that that's never an answer
Yes.
or the question?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I don't remember, so I believe you.
I can't think of a time
I'm
I ever
trustworthy.
wrote 69 in school.
I can't think of a time either, because
never
wouldn't I
69'd
have
at
thought
school.
about 69ing?
I don't know because
If I wrote
my enjoyment of 69, 420, and
Here's the
666
thing
is
for-
purely ironic.
for a long time, I don't even think I knew what 69ing truly was. I think I
What
knew.
is it?
I think I knew it was a sex act,
Shh, stop.
but I didn't realize what it even meant. I was curious about that for a while. I
Why
know
don't you
now.
describe it for us now?
No, I don't. I don't want to because this is a family friendly Christian
It's
podcast.
not.
Oh,
It is Christian, but it's not family friendly.
praise God.
So Jesus said,
So that, oh my gosh, wait, this is a great segue into my Olympia soirée.
Grace, today we're talking about PlateUp, but for now, solo time. Grace, what have you been playing in your solo time?
Well, I've been playing Olympia soirée.
Whoa, that's crazy.
I still can't say it. I know how it's supposed to sound. It's almost like a lisp. I have a hard time. My lips have a hard time saying that word. So I'm just going to try to avoid
Wait,
it.
look at me and say it. It won't sound good on the mic, but I want to see how your lips go.
Olympia soirée.
It's because you're going ray. You do your, wait, let me see how you make R. Say rabbit.
Rabbit.
Say it slower.
Rabbit.
I think because soirée. I think
So
you...
I should say soirée.
Soirée.
Soirée. Okay.
Just say it faster and smoother. Though.
Olympia soirée.
Nope.
It's like a tongue twister, but just
Anyways,
that word.
This
Okay,
is the game
sorry.
that you talked about last week that had the wild, or last episode that had the wild, color-based
people
human
system. Yes.
pistol.
So it's sort of a commentary on discrimination and the death penalty.
And how is it performing? How is it handling that?
Oh, you know,
subject?
sometimes I'm like, okay, my character who's the last of the whites, she's being forced to find a husband in a year so that she can breed more whites. That's her color, okay?
This is just the story.
This is just the story. So I've been through a couple routes at this point. If you've never played an Otome game, essentially the way you play them is there are multiple, they're usually men. There's almost never I wish they would toss a woman in there at some point. Come on, give me some.
There's got to be one.
There's got to be one. Well, anyway, what's funny is in this game, I actually thought there was from the intro, and it turned out just to be a really long-haired twink. So irrelevant. But so there are 5 routes usually, 4 to 6. It depends on the game, and you go through them all, and they're all different romances, and they have different personalities and such. So I've been through a couple, but one of the ones I did, I just thought was so wild because the trope there was he's this sort of younger man who calls you One-san, which let me just say I'm not a big fan of. This is not a type I enjoy. I don't want to be called big sister as a romance thing. That's not something in our culture we really do. So that was the personality type. And then it turns out halfway through you find out he's like, so back in my country, in Japan, I met a missionary and he told me about his God. And then I decided to become devoted to Jesus Christ. And
What?
my character, who lives on this island where there is no Christianity, she's like, oh, who's that? And so he's like, well, Jesus died for our sins.
Wait, what? Since this is sincere?
Yes.
So when we said this was a Christian podcast, we weren't kidding.
No, but I didn't expect this. It turns out one of the I don't know how Japan exists in this world, because last time I talked about how this is a fantasy world, right? There's no color system in real life.
Jesus died in Japan. Are you aware of this?
Jesus, what?
You can go see where Jesus died in Japan.
Is
I
that
forget
true?
the town.
Wait, is that true? Like, is it true that there's a place you can
Yes.
see where, but that's not where Jesus died in real life?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
They said it is.
So essentially in the real world of this game, there is a Japan, but it's not like reachable from this island. So this character washed up on this island, and supposedly also he died and came back to life. That's irrelevant.
So is this not heaven? Is this world
well,
not heaven?
that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if later I'll find out. I'm still playing that maybe this is heaven. I'll come back with another update, because I can almost guarantee anyone who's listening to this will never play this game. I can almost guarantee that.
I was about to ask, do you think you've opened anybody who's listening eyes to Otome games?
I mean, I hope so.
Because we talk about them a lot. We talk about,
Do I?
listen, we're not your average gamer.
I don't talk about them that much. I play one every so often. I don't play them that often because I burn out. Like, I don't need to play them that often.
But I think we talk about visual novels and Otome more than other gaming.
That's true.
folks.
That's true.
Same with like extreme sports games. Now there aren't that many, but like
Yeah.
I always think about like, have we like opened anybody's mind to anything?
Maybe. I mean, I hope so. I think they're fun. I mean, this one's very like corny.
I don't like this one. I mean, I'm not playing.
I've been enjoying it just because it's just buck wild.
does
The
sound-
things that come up are just like, I just start laughing because I'm like, why is this man telling me about Jesus Christ? And my character's like, at some point he's like, yeah, he died, but then he came back to life. And my character says, wow, well, I'm so glad he was all right. It's
What
just
the-
like, this is
what
so
the
funny.
hell?
And then that character also gives me a rosary, and when we're having intercourse where we have our rosaries tangled together, listen, it's wild.
Wow, that though.
See, this is what I'm saying. Now okay, like maybe I'm interested, but he's still calling me One-san in bed, Not sure.
Yeah.
Not sure about that. Okay, but then another character came up, and I was telling Craig, like, this was impressive to me because in all the Otome games so far, there is sex is usually mentioned. Sometimes like you get lines of them doing it, but they're usually pretty vague and pretty like
What about
cut
the
to
art?
black.
Are they like ever drawing? Like,
So all the ones I've played so far, because there are more explicit ones, which are called, usually they're H games. They're not
Yeah.
Otome games. They're a little different. You don't like see genitalia almost ever. Sometimes you'll see some of a boob, but never a nipple. Almost never a nipple. Okay?
H game stands for hentai.
Yes.
That was a little VH1 pop-up music video.
Oh
that
yeah,
popped up,
I remember Disney Channel also had pop-ups for the movies. With trivia.
I think more people should do that.
So wait, let me just finish. This character directly references the fact that he that I'm trying to find the best way to say this, that he does cunnilingus, and I
don't know if that was the best way to say that, but okay.
Okay, I didn't want to say. I'm trying to be professional.
Yeah. Is that the doctor definition of that?
No, wait.
What is the like that? I
There's
think
no
that's the doctor definition. Dude.
Is it?
If your doctor was like, well, you've contracted this infection because of,
Yeah.
like, they wouldn't be like,
cunnilingus
eaten.
almost sounds like a disease. Like, oh shit, I have cunnilingus. Like, I have to stay home because I don't want to give it to
stop
other
saying
people.
it.
So anyway, I was just really impressed because I was like, yes, dude. Also that route, that was the guy I had my eye on in the first place. I was like, this is my guy, and he does cunnilingus. He eats out. So like, yeah, like I'm.
So this is a good. So this is a good thing because these games usually don't.
Yes, they usually wouldn't
Usually
even
it's just
reference
like
anything
straight
like
to
that.
doing it.
Straight to doing it, or just like, yeah, not a lot of like implicit flirting or explicit flirting in that way. And I like that stuff.
Do you classify that as flirting?
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Or foreplay. I don't know. Not
foreplay.
I guess I would. Yeah.
Or just
when
another
you're
act,
whispering,
but
when you're whispering
flirting.
to someone about what you want to do to them, that's
I see.
sort of like flirting, going into foreplay, right? You wouldn't flirt with someone but maybe you would if you're, really if you know that person. I don't. What are we saying? What are we saying right now?
Listen, we don't know anything about sex. This is.
I've never done. I
never
swear
done
to God, I'm a
sex.
virgin.
We're Christian.
We're
good
Christian,
Christians. My walk with
virgins.
Jesus does not lead towards
I have
tongue punching buttholes.
many rosaries. Okay. other games I've played. Should I talk about them?
Yes,
Moving
please.
on
We
from
should
Olympia.
not talk about.
No, this was great.
This podcast is rated M for mature.
Every time I can give you an
Remember,
Olympia Soirée update.
I had an idea that we should put, before the intro music even starts on these episodes, we should be putting M for mature.
Is it
rated
like-
M for mature. Like,
Is it appropriate that also this is episode 79 and we mentioned 69 earlier on and then we talked about
Well,
I mean
that's,
this is
like,
already a sexy episode.
so, like, do we need to warn some folks before they just start listening?
We can put explicit tags I think on our like
But then
on-
that makes it sound like, I mean,
this is explicit.
yes.
Is it? Is just talking about sex means it's explicit?
In a Puritan society such as that of
God
America,
damn, bro.
right?
Yeah.
But then also I do say the F word sometimes.
So saying the F word is explicit. You know, the F word also relates to sex.
I do say the B word. Butthole. I said butthole a second
Oh,
ago.
okay. I was gonna say you don't say that other.
I said tongue punch a butthole and you didn't react and I'm upset about it. And I'm
because
gonna
I
leave
just to me that's like a normal thing you would say.
it. Wow.
It's like just like over dinner, like tongue punching butt.
Stop it.
Okay. This also segues perfectly to the next game I played. A child's game on the originally on the PS1 called Klonoa. So I played the remake, Klonoa 1 and 2. And let me say something about these games. I really went all the way around the circle because I started with this game thinking this was a kid's game. Okay. I just want to tell you and warn you, this is not a kid's game. This is a game for gamers. Okay. You need to be a serious, hard core gamer to play
I
this.
bought this game thinking I'm gonna play this cute, cuddly, wuddly game when I have some when I'm looking for my next game to play. I want to play something light and easy and fun and colorful.
Yeah.
You know me, I love whimsy. I love Sega Blue Skies. This isn't Sega, but still. And then I saw you playing it, and I am never going to play this game.
But let me just say, at the end of Klonoa 1, I almost quit and never played it again. I almost never picked it back up. I was so mad.
This is how games used to be.
Right. And then I beat it and I was like, okay, like I feel really accomplished. Moved on to Klonoa 2. Klonoa 2 was easier and also it felt like, oh wow. So all my training in Klonoa 1 was for Klonoa 2 and now I'm having a more fun time. And then I beat Klonoa 2. But Klonoa 2 also had a really hard level by the end that I'd had my first game over and I was very pissed.
And it's like old school video game hard.
Yes,
where,
so
like,
it was the
this is
kind of
just
game,
shit.
like if I had this as a kid, I would never play past the second level. Like,
Yeah.
But I beat these games, and by the end, I really gained a respect for Klonoa. I don't know how I got there, but I overall walked away with a positive impression, which is impressive. It really is. I think I just like felt like, wow, I got good at this, even though it's a little bit of bullshit. Also, I want to say the ending of Klonoa 1 was insane, and I think it's really funny.
What happened? Spoiler for Klonoa.
Spoilers for Klonoa.
A 25-year-old video game.
So Klonoa, there's not a lot of sense making as far as the setting, but as far as you understand, you're just an anthropomorphic little cute guy who's here to save this world
What is
from
he?
a nightmare. I
Is
don't
he
know.
like a
He reminds me of
wampus? He's like
Sonic.
not a well to me he looks like a dog.
I got such Sonic vibes from the second one
He's
too.
like a rabbit dog.
He's like a
dog.
rabbit dog. He's a furry. He's a furry.
How come
maybe
Klonoa's not the target of like big furry campaigns?
Well, what I'm thinking is maybe this awoke some furries in their childhood. Perhaps Klonoa did.
but Sonic was
in the
first.
same way Sonic did.
How did Sonic end up with all the art and then Klonoa? Like, where's
Because
the Klonoa
Sonic-
pregnant art?
Jesus Christ. This really is an explicit podcast. We were not going to... I'm sure Klonoa pregnant art exists, okay? You can go look that up on your own time. So,
Googling.
Klonoa, the ending of Klonoa, you make friends with this character the entire time, okay? That little floating blue angel child. It turns out that that's like some prince of the moon. I don't know. The plot is irrelevant. I barely could read it because the dialogue was so slow that I just like sped through it. There's a speed up button, thank God. And I did not care. But at the end, your friend almost sacrifices themselves to save the world, but he comes back and it's such a good reunion. And you're like, Klonoa's like, oh, my friend, I'm so glad. Like, we saved the world and now we can just enjoy our lives. And then the friend turns to Klonoa and is like, Klonoa, I have something to tell you. You're a dream and you don't belong here and you have to go back now. And
What?
Klonoa starts sobbing and he's like, no, please, I want to stay. I want to stay. And the friend's like, no, you have to go. And then a portal opens up and sucks Klonoa in. And
So
Klonoa's crying and crying and then he's gone and then the
No.
game ends. That's it.
terrible. This is why they made it so hard, so kids didn't have to be subject to that.
I even Googled.
Wait, so it's not even that you were in a dream.
Yes.
It's like,
I
no,
was
you're
the
dream.
Correct. I
thank
wasn't
God.
in a dream. I was the dream.
I don't like that.
And really was heartbreaking
Wait,
and funny.
So then,
to me.
okay.
Because like Klonoa was so happy his friend came back and was like, and then he has to die. I
So-
was like, damn, okay.
Okay, so then how does 2? Let me think. Let me try to, because I don't know. So does 2 open where Klonoa lands from going through that portal?
It seems okay, so that I was curious about this too. And it seems like Klonoa gets called to a different world that also needs his help, but he never references or even seems to remember that he was in another world at some point. And not only that, but he's dressed and looks differently. And not only that, at the end of Klonoa 2, the final boss is a character that looks like a shadow version of Klonoa from the first game.
Does he have a gun?
But it's never mentioned that might be like some weird, like, oh my God, I was in my head thinking of like, what if this is like Klonoa from the first game, but he's been twisted because of what happened to him. And so he became a nightmare to haunt other worlds because he was so depressed about like being torn away from the only home he'd ever known.
So maybe
I Googled this and it was
Klonoa-
wrong, but this is my canon.
Maybe Klonoa is like a sleep paralysis demon.
Yeah.
And like he goes to these places for kids who can't wake up to help them wake up. And once they realize that, oh, this is a dream, they tell him that and he goes away.
The other funny thing, and that happens in Klonoa too, is there's other new characters, right? This is a new world.
Wait, pause. Is sleeping at all is there like a bunch of sleeping characters? The mountains are sleeping or anything
No one's
like that?
sleeping.
There's no sleep. So what?
He's the dream, dude.
He is the dream.
He's the dream. So
He's the dream.
at some point, the two characters I meet in the second game are talking about me while I'm not there, or I'm not listening. I'm fighting a boss and they're trying to like hype themselves up. And one of them's like, look at Klonoa. Look at him. He's trying to save the world. He doesn't, but it's not because he wants to. It's because he has no choice. He doesn't know any better. It's just like,
Wow.
What is going on? Who am I? What is Klonoa? I mean, I want a sequel to these games, really going into the Klonoa lore. Because
I bet none of this is intentional,
No, it's definitely not.
but it's fascinating. And
It's
it's
just funny.
almost like
It's
now
definitely
we
not
need
intentional.
you're right. We need a third one, and we need them to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, we need to find out what's going on with Klonoa. All right, those are my. I also played Trombone Champ, and I became the Trombone Champ. I got all the achievements. Just want everyone to know.
You are the trombone
I
champ.
am the Trombone Champ. I S-ranked every Trombone Champ song, and I defeated the boss, and that's it. I did that. Okay.
Did you get all the cards?
I got all the cards. You have to beat the game.
Okay.
The thing is, something I felt could have been, listen, this is just the game's humor, so, it wasn't for me, the game's humor, but I still really liked the game. There was a lot of what the internet likes to call fecal funnies, and
yeah.
a lot. You don't even know the
Toots?
extent.
So here's the deal.
No, it's not
Toots.
just that,
No,
Craig.
I wanted. Well, this is the one I saw that made me go like, ah, crap.
Literally.
Literally. Toots is
Uh-huh.
it's a trombone. Of course it would be toots. You're
yes,
tooting. And
correct.
then the more one is the turd. It's like, come
Right,
on. Like,
turds. And then you use them to create cards, and then you also use cards to create turds. There's a whole currency system involving turds. There's also a
why do people
fart trombone.
No,
I'm
not
laughing.
I'm not gonna play this game.
I know you aren't. I know, that's why I wanted to warn you, because you're very sensitive to this.
Very.
I found it like I could not ignore it. Well, yeah, I just kind of ignored it. I actually really liked the gameplay. I got good at it in a way that was like, well, that was fun. I had a good time. But yeah, that's not my cup of tea either. All right. What games have you been playing? I've talked enough about my games.
Yeah, but yours are fascinating.
Thank you. I'm a fascinating person who plays fascinating games.
I think my time with the Disney Dreamlight Valley has come to a close. The grind.
R.I.P. Donald
The
Duck.
grind is just the grind. The
The
grind. The grind is just too real.
Wait, can I ask a question about that?
Yes.
I remember watching you play, and there was the ghost of Minnie Mouse that walked by, and Mickey was like, damn, I miss Minnie. And I was wondering, did you ever find out how Minnie died?
Nope, didn't solve that quest because it takes too much stuff to get it fixed.
We'll never know. How did Minnie pass away, dude? Is she in the ghost realm now? Okay, that's just crazy to me that Minnie died.
So yeah, it's just the time investment and what you get, meh.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Which may be a running theme for this episode.
Oh,
Ooh,
foreshadowing is a
stay
powerful
tuned.
tool.
The other thing I've been playing that I talked about already is Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Still having a blast. Still loving it.
Oh, good. Okay, I'm glad you're still enjoying it.
Big time. The only reason I haven't played it more is because somehow something in my brain decided I need to play Splatoon 3.
Yeah, it was weird.
Play.
It really came over you like a possession. You every day you would come home and say, "Grace, I think I have to buy Splatoon 3." And you kept doing it. I went, "Okay, just do it." But you didn't do it. But then
I did it. And now I got a fresh little fish guy, and I'm just wearing hats and shirts, and I'm just spraying ink. It's so good. I get it now. I understand why all those little kids were talking.
I've been converted. Splatoon Christianity.
Splatoon Christianity.
The religion of
Christianity.
Okay.
Christianity? No.
We're worshipping the big fish under the sea.
Yeah. Also, I want to say this is a good year for Big because we got Big the Cat in Sonic Frontiers coming out.
Okay.
I am #1 Big the Cat fan. There's also this little manta ray guy in this thing, Big Man.
This little manta ray guy is Big Man?
Yeah.
Is he big or little?
He's a big man.
All right.
He's a big man.
Don't
him,
condescend to him.
And I
by
want
calling
him
little.
and Big the Cat to hang out.
Okay.
I love walking around the city, just looking at people's Miiverse posts, Splatoonverse, whatever they call it, Splatville posts. I don't know how people are so good at art. It's impressive. The game is just fantastic, and I think everyone should play it. And Grace, you should get it so we can do co-op salmon run. I can't. I'm like addicted.
I'm too
to
busy
it.
playing my cunnilingus games and my trombone
like,
poop games. So sorry.
Yeah. I get it. I don't know. I still don't find the multiplayer.
You're such a mainstream gamer.
I don't think it's mainstream. I think people underestimated Splatoon. Like,
I just think it's funny the games I talk about than the games you talk about are games people are playing. That's good. No, I'm glad. We should be talking about those games.
I literally talk about like session skate and like riders. I feel like we just have different.
No, I know. I'm joking. You also play weird games. Don't worry.
I'm weird.
I'm quirky. You're quirky.
I'm a manic pixie dream.
I have the cookie pants pajamas.
Ugh. I don't like that. I don't even like thinking about anyone wearing those.
You know why? Because they were always kind of dirty. Like, did they wash those cookie pants pajamas?
Cookie Monster pants.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
PJ pants.
Cookie Monster PJ pants. Did write in? Did you have someone in your high school that wore Cookie Monster PJ pants? Tell us now.
Or let's be real. Are you
the Cookie Monster? Can you defend yourself? You know what? I'll defend you. I'll defend you. Comfortable. That's all. That's really
ironic?
All you have to say. No, Probably not ironic.
But why do that? You're asking for trouble.
Depression. A lot of teens suffered depression. You were that
I did
teen.
not wear Cookie Monster. I did wear the same exact hoodie.
Okay, so that was your version of that.
So yeah, it makes sense. I just would have made it more.
They were more. You know what? They were more real. They were more honest to themselves and true to what they wanted.
I think I had some good Pokemon trades with Cookie Monster PJ Pants girl. Like I think at the end of the day it was fine.
Those were the people that were
they were having fun.
They were
What were you saying? Oh, doing it?
Yeah, they were doing it.
Yeah,
they always had a partner, and I was shocked by this.
Yeah, and that partner also would have like the bead ball necklace, like the steel ball necklace.
Stop. I'm sorry to these people if you're listening. I defended you. I
hung out with you guys, so like I mean.
Yeah, Craig was best friends.
I was like with y'all. I would go to your house, and the house was also dirty. So it's like, hey, clean things.
This is so mean. This is mean.
We're just.
You know what? Cookie Monster Pants pajamas couldn't control how their parents cleaned the house or not.
That's true.
You know.
But here's the real truth of the matter.
Poverty.
They were having fun.
Yes.
They were always. We joke about depression, but they were being themselves. They were being true to themselves, and it took me way too long to realize I should be true to myself.
Do you know what's funny? What were we talking about before this?
Mainstream.
Oh, games.
I'm quirky because I
Yes. Okay, thank
play,
God.
I play quirky games.
Let's get back on topic. So is the Splatfest over yet? I mean, by the time this comes out, it will be.
By the time this comes out, Splatfest is over. This is my first Splatfest, you guys. Oh, it's so exciting. The town changes. It turns to nighttime. Here's what it is. I also really like the lore of Splatoon. Like, the world is cool and weird.
Is it an apocalypse, right? It's an apocalypse?
Yes. Okay, I'm playing the single
gone.
player. Humanity is gone, but not all of humanity. A couple of humans, some humans survived in a volcanic crater.
Okay.
And in that crater, the ocean rose and allowed squids and octopuses and other crustaceans and stuff to thrive. Humans then ate those, and something happens from there. That's all I know. The story's slowly revealing itself in the single player, because in the story mode, you're like unlocking logs, and it's slowly unencrypting.
So
and,
that's
revealing.
You're enjoying that.
I'm not very far in. It's not like, but I'm just reading this basically like
that's fun. I like
historical
that
record. But the whole thing, it feels like Jet Grind Radio or Jet Set Radio Future. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a weird total package. It's got style. And
it's
that's
got
what
grace.
I like.
This Kong has a monkey face, funny face. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
DK rap. You don't know the DK rap?
I don't care about Donkey Kong. I don't.
Bro, this is really not about Donkey Kong. It's more about Smash Brothers, and that's the song that plays on the DK Falls or whatever.
I mean, we also are on record for I never played Smash Brothers until Ultimate.
Okay.
So anyway. I don't know these things. You got to teach me.
He's not a true gamer.
I'm quirky and weird. I never.
I'll teach you.
You want to talk about mainstream games? When you talk about DK rap, it's like, oh my god, you're so internet.
What are you talking? The DK rap is a classic. Not even goes beyond the internet.
Smash Bros. Kids were so hard for me to get along with because guys, it's not that cool. Now I disagree. Now it is that cool. So I get it.
No,
I understand where they were coming
I'm
from.
back to thinking it's not cool at all.
Do you ever feel like you aged differently?
Yes.
Like my brain,
I did
it took
age
me till I was
differently.
27 to like the things that everyone liked when they were 17.
Well, also I had a traumatic event to me when I was 12, so I did age differently. But other than that,
but that doesn't count because that's serious and real and scary.
I thought that's
sounding.
what you were asking.
No, I'm talking about dumb things like liking SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
I haven't liked SpongeBob yet, so there's a chance when I'm 37 that'll be like, oh man, you guys heard about this SpongeBob feller?
Do you think it has something to do with the idea of other people liking things and you so your instinct is to not like them because so many other people like them? But
No.
you've talked about that before.
A little bit.
You don't like things when a lot of other people like them.
Because
Undertale.
here we go. Here we go. We're going into therapy
No,
session.
no, we can't. We haven't even started talking about the game.
Pull up the chair. Get out the clipboard.
We're 30 minutes in. We need to talk about PlateUp. We can't do this.
We're going to. I just want to say I know exactly why it happened.
Okay.
Because I wasn't fully included or welcomed into those groups. So when I would hang out with them, I'd be like, no, this is not fun because you guys have all these inside jokes that I don't understand because I'm not inside.
Yeah, so you feel they gatekept, essentially.
It wasn't even necessarily intentional, but it was a form of gatekeeping where they'd make these jokes and laugh at these things that I don't fully grasp why it's funny.
Right. And they're doing it because that's how they themselves feel and can feel included because they're
all
probably
bonded
the same
over
as you.
it because
right.
I always saw myself as kind of surfing over the top of friends groups. I wasn't in one specific friend group.
Yeah.
I'd be hang out with the skaters, hang out with the PJ Pants Pajama Girl, hang
I wasn't
out with the
in any
Nintendo nerds.
friend groups either. I only
but
ever had
you
one
and your brother
friend.
formed.
My brother?
You and your brother formed. You guys act and talk like those Nintendo kids.
I didn't have friends who played
You talk about growing up playing with neighborhood kids all the time.
Yes,
you did
the
exactly
neighborhood
the
kids
thing.
were
It'd be
not school friends.
I'm not. It doesn't matter where they're from.
Okay.
So it'd be if I came over to your house one time and then you guys were just like, I don't have an example because I don't know your jokes. I realized I panicked.
He just screamed. Honestly, that was probably what it would be like. We would be screaming and you would be like, I should go.
Right. It would be like, what are you screaming about? It's not that funny. But it is funny to you guys because you have the built up thing. Anyways, we should talk about PlateUp. This has gone long.
This has gone long. Okay, PlateUp.
Developed by It's Happening and published by the Yogscast. Are you aware?
Oh, I'm aware. And I'm aware of the Yogscast. I used to be a Yogs.
You were a Yogger.
I can't believe I'm even admitting to this, but this was back when I was a literal child and they were doing the very first Minecraft episodes.
That's crazy.
Very originally.
So do you happen to know? I should have looked it up. Is this their first game? Like, is this a new thing, or did they do this?
Something that happened. Wow, there's a lot of actual drama and controversy that goes along with Yogscast Gaming, and I don't know how this is a part of it. I should have looked it up, but I remember they had a Kickstarter that was going to be their own original game, and it went really, really badly. They ended up like raising enough money, but they never followed through on the game, and there was like all this drama about the people they hired and not having the right people and people like, so either way, everyone's money went to nothing and it never came out with a game. This
isn't the game, right?
This is not the game because it was like an RPG adventure based off of I think it was like, I don't know what it was based off. I really don't care.
The developer's name here is It's Happening. Almost like
this is
like
the developers.
Game is happening.
Oh.
Like the game that you paid for, it's happening. We should look this up. We're going to take a quick break.
Really quick.
Hit the Googling music.
I don't think these two things are related. These two things are not really. They're related only in that like they moved on. Like so the developer for the first game, it was called Yogg's Adventures, I think, for the Kickstarter one. They bankrupt. So this is not the same developer, but I think it's just they help publish this new game instead. But it's not related to the first one.
Okay.
It's just that they were involved originally.
Perfect time to remind everyone that Kickstarter is not a goods seller and is instead an investment.
Right. That's right. It is. I mean, it's understandable to be frustrated over a bad investment, but that these things happen. I'm not
shocking that a podcast group of homies couldn't produce a video game.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the Yogscast anymore. That's not my jam, but
it's one of those ones that I group with like Game Grumps and Super Best Friends. Like I don't have any, I don't know anything about them. Yeah. Right. Like,
this is like the SpongeBob thing all over again, right? No, it's not. I mean, it's different.
I just am not interested in watching that.
Yeah, that's fair and valid. I Game Grumps I never really watched at all. I don't think. Yeah. I think I knew
Smosh. I even watched some of their videos, but I never got into Smosh.
Was Smosh a gaming thing? I thought they were more like a YouTube skit thing.
Yeah, I guess.
They were. That's different to me.
For me, it's Mega 64, Giant Bomb, and more recently, Kind of Funny. Like those are the like gaming related content creators that I care about. So I've never really fell into like the Minecraft type ones. I know they're not only playing Minecraft, but
and now there's
Rooster Teeth is a freaking empire.
Dream SMP Minecraft.
What is that?
Okay, yeah, I know you know about
Dream
that.
Simp?
Yeah.
Wait, actually?
No, not Simp. SMP.
Simp.
I don't know what that stands for.
Super Megapixel.
Oh my god! If the Zoomers were listening to this, they're gonna be upset.
If you're a Zoomer, write in to.
It's oh my god! I don't even want to go into it, but it's just it's a group of guys who play Minecraft. That's all you need to know.
Whoa, revolutionary!
And it took on a stan culture that became
it's
really
like that.
Bizarre. Dream specifically. I don't know if he's still enjoying the same level of fame as he was because he went through some controversies. Okay. The fact that I even know any of this, I'm ashamed.
The fact that there's so many controversies is upsetting to me.
Yeah. Is it? It's not upsetting to me.
Yes, it's upsetting to me because
it makes sense. Do you remember the kind of drama we had in high school? This is like that magnified because high school is now on the internet and everyone knows everyone's business. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
It's just so like, oh God, I get it, but I think I think it sucks. But I don't tiring. Like. If you like it, I don't think you suck. I just think it sucks.
Yeah, it does.
I don't like stuff that sucks.
So PlateUp, speaking of which. That's a joke.
Bada bing.
Oh, that's a joke. Ding. Remember that? That's a callback to last episode.
That was a callback to last episode. What is it was released, I think I forgot to say all that stuff.
Okay, go ahead.
It came out August 4th, 2022. Wow, and I didn't even write out what systems. I believe it is only Windows.
It's only on the PC.
It's only on PC.
Correct.
What is the gameplay, Grace?
Well, I'm sure there are people comparing it to an Overcooked like, but essentially it is a multiplayer game in which you are cooking with your friends and serving your meals to your customers. And you're doing so in a roguelite fashion where you sort of have this restaurant that goes through levels and you get upgrades as you earn money with each level. And then if you lose once, if you make one mistake, you start over. But there are some upgrades that you can, I think. See, we didn't get a lot of these.
So I want to say, on paper, what you are describing is incredible to me. You're taking Overcooked, which is okay gameplay. I enjoy it.
Craig is not an Overcooked fan.
Not
if you
a big
didn't
Overcooked
know.
fan.
Yes, he's
And
the
then-
minority here.
Yes, which is fine. I'm quirky and weird.
Yeah, right. Pajama pants.
Let me get my cookie. Let me get my Cookie Monster
I
PJ
feel
pants
like
to say what I'm about to say.
The title has to be related to that,
Probably.
or cunnilingus. Maybe both.
It can't be that. I tried to relate the title to the actual discussion of the game.
Fair
and-
enough. Now
and
it
the
now it
Cunning
can be
Linguists
considered.
was
Now it
about-
can be considered actual
Yeah.
discussion of the game.
So on paper, this sounds good. It's improving the Overcooked mechanics, which I enjoyed for a while.
I still agree. I agree with that. It does.
And then
improve
you're
them.
adding customization or like strategy building stuff.
Yes, I like that too. I like that part of it.
It should be awesome, and we will continue to talk.
So I love like your extremely unsubtle ways of saying you didn't like something. It should be awesome, but I'll say that later. You better listen
Next time.
next time.
See, I'm hooking them.
You're hooking them.
And they got to know what I'm going to say. Like, what didn't he like about it? Because it's getting 97s on the...
It's a pretty popular game. I think
Why?
it actually.
I'm just kidding.
Well, it had a week of popularity, I would say, but I think overall people enjoyed what they played.
It was a my boom for the world for a little bit there.
I'm sorry. My Boom?
Yeah, it's like a...
My Sims?
No,
Oh
it's
my
like
gosh, did you ever play My Sims? I love those
No.
games. I wish they'd make more My Sims.
What was that?
Those were a Sims
Wasn't it like
game,
3DS?
but they were on the Wii.
Yeah.
I believe there was one on the 3DS. I don't know. I played it on the Wii, and your Sim had like the little block head. They had like a different way of looking, and you could like make people's houses. Oh my god, it was so cozy and fun. I want to buy a copy.
All right, well, write that down to remember to do that
Okay.
at the end of the episode.
So anyway, PlateUp.
So co-op category, team worker. If we're talking that it's an Overcooked Light, it's a team worker.
Yes, and we review a lot of these kinds of games, so I feel
These are a common co-op.
These are
this
common.
is a big co-op type.
Yeah, not only is this a common one, but one that like a lot of people enjoy. Like they'll go to this first. Because they see it and they understand it on an implicit level because Overcooked was such a huge thing.
Yeah.
And Moving Out. I mean, I think that was our favorite one.
Moving
Would
Out.
you say?
That was a game. That was our shout out.
That was.
2021 or 2020 game.
And there's going to be a second one. I'm very excited. Do you know when that's
I am
coming out?
excited. However,
Oh, okay. He's not.
I'm excited, but like it could be an Overcooked and Overcooked 2 situation where it's like, but that's just more of Overcooked.
But what's wrong with that? I want more. of Moving Out.
Sometimes you don't need more though.
Oh, so you don't need
Sometimes
more.
a thing is a
Enough.
masterpiece and it should stay alone. And the
I
the other
agree.
argument is, well, you can just not engage with the sequels and the prequels and everything.
Correct.
But there's something about it, and I don't know what it is, and we don't have time to talk about it.
I forgot we have a new segment for you.
What? Craigie's rant?
Oh, shit. What was the name? I said it last weekend. I said it and I remember it, and you were like, yeah, that is a good name. It is Craigie's rant, but it's not what I called it. Gets my goat? No, I wish I wrote it down. I'm an idiot. All right, it's fine. We don't have to even do it
We
right
don't
now,
have to
but
talk
like
about it, but think about it.
we had an episode recently that was like this one where we kept just going off topic in a lot.
And that's our number 1 rated episode. We actually
Which
won
one
an
was
Oscar
that?
for it. So
I thought you were serious. We actually won awards for that episode.
our number 1, I believe, is
Terraria. No, Secret World Legends.
World Legends.
That's because I posted it on the Reddit.
Well, we should go back to doing that.
I always it's
weird to self.
it is weird to do
so
that.
if
I'm not a
you are
self-promoter.
listening and want to promote us,
You don't have to.
You
This is something we
should.
do for fun. Like I'm not really
I do
worried
this
about
for
that.
ratings and awards.
I do this to stimulate my brains.
I do this so y'all have to be subjected to my opinion and can't answer me. You can't fight me on it. I say what I want, and you guys have to just take it.
Well,
SpongeBob is terrible.
my friend Miranda listens, and then she'll just text me about it later, so she does get to respond.
Well, Miranda, if you're listening, I'm sorry if you like SpongeBob.
I bet
Miranda likes something. Is she a SpongeBob head?
I don't know.
Is she a bobber?
Yo, you a bobber?
Let me
Now
know.
she can
Let me know
answer.
in the comments below.
Yeah, you guys
we
bobbers
gotta
out
talk
there.
about
Why
PlateUp.
are you so anti SpongeBob? I love.
I'm not even that
SpongeBob.
anti SpongeBob. I just think
That's
that
always his example for something people like that he hates.
No, I don't hate SpongeBob.
You've barely experienced SpongeBob. That's
I've
the
experienced
truth.
so much SpongeBob because all of you reference SpongeBob as if everyone should know SpongeBob references like the back. It happens at work. It happens in the internet. It happened.
He's so
YouTubers now
mad.
use 10
He's so
minutes
mad.
later. It has
10
become
minutes later.
it has become such
Okay, here's the question though.
part
Craig.
of our lexicon. It's amazing.
Have you watched the Sweet Victory episode?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you know what? I had a SpongeBob episode on a Game Boy cartridge. Do you remember when they released
Video
television
Now?
episodes? No.
Okay, that was a player itself. Video Now was
No.
an episode player
They
that was like
released-
black and white.
They released.
But yeah, you're right. Game Boy Advance, right?
Color, yes.
Yeah.
Game Boy Advanced TV cartoon episodes on Game Boy cartridges. Like, what? Why?
See,
I had those.
I had the Sega Game Gear TV tuner, so you could just pull up the antenna and watch
wow.
TV channels on your Sega Game Gear.
Oh yeah, well my uncle for one Christmas got me and my brother little tiny TVs that were in black and white and had antennas, and I put mine in my closet and I would sit in there and watch TV.
What would you watch?
Don't remember, probably garbage.
I watched The Mole season 1 that way in my grandparents' house in their bedroom. Now their sacrifice they made for me was incredible. Thank you so much. That show would air at like let's say 8 p.m., but they were old, so they go to bed at 7, but they wouldn't because they knew that I had to watch it in their little bedroom.
Holy shit! Do you think one day we'll go to bed at 7?
Hell no.
I could probably go to bed at 7 right now.
I can go to bed right now.
Okay, we aren't talking about the game.
I wonder why that is.
It wasn't me.
What wasn't you?
It wasn't my fault.
What's not you didn't make, yes, correct. You did not make PlateUp.
Oh, I see. You're referencing the fact that you don't like PlateUp.
Yeah, I have nothing to say. I don't think it's good.
Whoa. Let's go through the factors.
Yeah, you know what? We should have a series of things we talk about to help guide our discussion so we don't get off topic.
Holy shit, that would really help.
Type of co-op, couch, online, split screen, same screen.
Both couch and online, and you can combine these two things.
And that's what we did. That. We played with 4 players.
Yes. And we also played with just us to try it out. So we've done a couple different ways.
Yeah.
And we'll get into it. Should we get into it now?
Let's get into it real quick. Do you think the difficulty changes? Because I couldn't tell. With 4 players,
do you think it
does the game scale in some way?
I don't know. I couldn't tell. I really couldn't tell you. I don't think so because what would change? It was just a rate of how many people are coming in, right? Yeah. That's the only factor.
I guess. Oh, wait, did that actually? Do you think that rate of customers increased with the 4 players?
I really couldn't tell. It might have.
We actually started. Our first experience with the game was with the 4 players. And we were kind of shown the game that way instead of figuring it out ourselves. So there are some things that I don't comprehend still.
Right. But to be fair, the game also isn't explaining these things to you. Because when we played by ourselves, we were like, one of the things was, how do we upgrade these blueprints? Right. And nothing in the game tells you. And then I had to Google it. And the solution was something you would not do normally. It was put the research desk next to the blueprints thing and then put the blueprint in. How would I know to do that?
Put the research desk next to the cabinet.
Yeah.
And put the blueprint in the cabinet.
Oh, then you also have to interact with it.
And then during the day of operations of your company, of your restaurant, then interact with the table. And it's like, how would I figure that out?
I think overall, there's a lot of quality of life things about this game that seem really not ironed out.
And I think they thought, this is the challenge. See, you're balancing all of this. You're figuring out who's doing that. But I think that's not fun.
What? What do you mean?
They added a bunch of hold X here, press A here, press the
gameplay, the controls. You mean?
The dishes is like there's just a lot of things where it's why do I have to open this to open? Just do it. It's not fun to be constrained in this way.
I only half understand what you mean about
okay.
Explain the dishes. The dishes are just you put the dish in the sink and then you wash it. What else do you have to do?
And now if it would just poof into the clean sink, into the clean.
Oh, I disagree though. I think that's just part of these kinds of games. You're managing tasks.
You are managing the tasks, yes. But the balance on these managing is off.
Okay,
for me.
I understand what you're saying.
So I'm
now.
not okay. So you're right.
Saying difficulty wise, because I agree. I think this game is really punishing in a way that becomes not fun eventually. And we might be in the minority about how we feel about this, but this is how I feel. Okay.
I think that if you push through, it's kind of like Monster Hunter, maybe. At first, you're like, what the heck is going on?
This is not like Monster Hunter, man.
What I mean is, it takes time. You really have to invest all of your time. Not
your whole day.
You really have to invest in the game to learn it in and out to get good at it. It feels like.
Okay.
Because, you just have to spend a ton of time with this thing.
Arguably, not a pizza party game then.
So you're stepping on my joke that I wrote down.
Oh my god!
It's not a pizza party game.
I'm stepping on a joke he hasn't even said.
It's a pizza game because the pizza.
Oh god!
You make pizza. It's a pizza game.
That's great, Craig. I'm really glad we made this podcast so that you could have that joke.
Thank you.
Okay, so should we move to the next factor? I feel like we said
Yeah.
a lot about that.
That was not, yeah, and those,
Great.
separate mode or full?
Full game.
Full game.
Yeah.
Not drop in and drop out in the middle of the missions, but when you go
No.
back to, like, once you fail a run,
Yeah.
you go back to home
base.
and you... Also, why is your home base so big if your damn restaurant is so small? Where'd they get that giant home base?
You're living in a warehouse.
Just make that the restaurant and we'll go live in the small ones.
That's the other thing is I feel the restaurants now apparently you unlock bigger ones and I've seen them on images, but I think this is my main issue with the game. The pacing of the entire game is really off in that it takes you so long to unlock more things that I'm not going to stick long enough with the gameplay to get there. You need to give us more unlockables so that I'm willing to Monster Hunter it and push through and get good. But in this game, I'm not willing to do that because it's like, can you give me something other than salad and pizza and whatever the other thing is, like, and steak? Like, give me the new thing now. I should be having the new thing on the 4th try, you know?
And you could even accomplish that with hats.
Anything, yes, you have to
joke
give
about
them
hats
something.
a lot, but like anything that feels like, oh, I got something.
I'm not, okay, and I'm really not trying to be like, oh, I'm a game designer now. I'm sorry if I'm coming off that way. I'm more just saying for me, okay, as a person who plays a lot of games, this is what helps me like push through something that might be difficult. If I have things that like are making me feel like I'm progressing, and this game does not make you feel like you're progressing fast enough for me.
The reason I brought up Monster Hunter is not because I think they're at all similar, but I tried.
It's so funny to compare.
No, this is I want to clarify my stance here.
Okay.
I tried Monster Hunter on PSP, and I could not get past the first kill a couple small monster missions. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't get enough parts to make armor. So similarly here, the progression is too slow, and something else has to push you through. And in the case of Monster Hunter, the something else was like friends saying it's good and like playing together and having fun that way.
This could just be us because there's a lot of people that got a lot further than us and are enjoying it a lot.
I mean, I think it is just us, but the whole point of this, we are not reviewing this on like a
objective
scale.
Which is, by the way, impossible.
Yes, right. But like this, we're not out here trying to say, you guys are wrong, we're right, this is bad game. It's just our experience. And in our experience, this is not for us.
I do feel like what you were saying about like the concept of this game is really good.
Yeah.
And I want to like it.
I want to like it so bad. And you were telling me there's automation that eventually you get parts that just like automate.
Okay, here's the thing. My friend sent me a GIF of someone's first automated like run of their restaurant, and there's like 1 million of these conveyor belts, which is something we never even got to try. Okay. And let me just say, we played multiple hours of this game, and I do feel like we should have been able to gotten something cool by then, right? Am I crazy for thinking that we should have?
But we could barely beat the 5th night or whatever. Like,
it felt unforgiving.
Yo, this game's hard, dog. We're just bad at games.
No, we're not. It felt like
I'm bad at games, so I'm pulling you down. That's what's happening.
I'm not bad at games, so I'm pulling you up, and I'm saying that there's a misbalance here between how quickly you lose, which is one customer not getting a table, one customer not getting their order and on a timer, and then it's over. And maybe it's because I've never played a cooking game like that. Usually you just get one less star, right? Like with Overcooked, you can fail, but you can still complete the level. And I understand this is a rogue, like this is trying to do something different. And I think that's cool and admirable, but I guess it's just not for me. I guess I don't feel like, but here's the thing with roguelites, like I enjoy. Usually you get stuff. Every time you die, you get stuff.
Roguelite versus roguelike.
Yeah, sorry.
And I don't know where we are in this game, right? It does have some sort of, you are getting more recipes, but do the recipes change like I guess not. They don't really change your performance. Why would you ever have different?
They can, because you can do what?
Why would you ever pick different recipes other than salad? Why would you not pick the easiest one?
I thought we did the best with pizza. Remember?
Why is that though? Why would that change how we're performing?
Well, I'm telling you because I cooked the pizza. I was more often the cook. Okay. By the way, I've worked in restaurants. I've done kitchen and I've done front of house. So listen, I'm experienced in this, and I cooked the pizza. And you have 4 slices out of every pizza, so I could have backups and you could serve things without waiting on me.
True.
Also, by then we had been playing for a while, so I think we just understood it a little better. But still, even by then, it was you felt like here's the thing: when we lost, it felt like, what did I do wrong? That's the big issue. I don't understand what I did wrong here.
Right.
When I die in a roguelike game, I understand I did not perform well. I didn't the guy killed me because I got hit. That's how I died. I understand why I died. I don't understand why I die here.
Yeah.
Because what happened? I don't know.
We didn't have the right unlock. We didn't have the right item purchase to make the dishwashing faster. So I spent too much time washing dishes.
That's impossible
but that was
to
not
decode.
my job to.
But even if that's true, how are you supposed to even know if that's the reason? You don't know.
Well, I just think like you're supposed to be getting new items in your shop every night, and those items are supposed to help you in some way. Like one more counter space lets you have one more cut salad, something like that.
It's just
But
it doesn't feel totally logical to me.
Yeah.
I just have to say.
But we kind of got off on a tangent. That automation thing sounds awesome. That sounds so cool. I want to play that. I love
Factorio flashbacks.
Yeah. I love that. I want to design an automated pizza making restaurant or whatever.
Factorio, I was thinking about Factorio last night too, and I was just like, I would never go back because I feel like it got to the point where I was like, what am I supposed to do? It was hard.
Factorio rules. See, I would go back in a heartbeat.
I think Factorio is really cool, and we played a lot of Factorio, dude. Yeah. We played a ton of it, and it was so fun. Like, I would design things on paper to make them work, but I guess I felt really frustrated by the end in a way that was like, is this my fucking job or is this a game? You know what I mean?
And for me, See, that's like kind of the fun part. Like,
all right, well, sometimes. I have a job, all right, in real life. All right, we need to get back on track.
We're on track. We've been talking about.
Okay.
We've been doing good.
You're right. I should not shit on us again for that. I'm gonna let us just be free.
Control scheme. How did we control this thing?
We used our good old Xbox controllers. By the way, I got a new Xbox controller.
We gotta stay on track. Let me tell you about my new controller.
Okay, I do. Okay, no, that's exactly the reason I keep saying it, because I know I'm the one who's doing it. But this is important. I got a pink Xbox controller from the Design Lab, and it is precious. It really reminds me of Princess Peach. Love it.
I love that controller.
I love it.
Makes me want to get my own now.
They need more colors. Xbox.
They need highlighter yellow. Those Switch Joy-Cons.
Oh, he loves the neon yellow.
I love that highlighter ugly yellow.
All right.
I do want to point out that I already said this, but we're going off topic because we don't like this game. So
do you think that's why? I just go off topic in general.
I don't have much to say. I know we go off topic on. That's just us, right? It was just crazy guys. But like,
I'm just a Cookie Monster pants wearing guy, you know?
But all I have to say for this game is I think that it doesn't work for me.
Uh-huh.
I think it's too hard for me.
Okay.
And I think it's
valid. I'm validating your feelings.
And so like I didn't have fun. There you go.
He said it. He said it, folks. He didn't have fun. I had fun, and then I was all of a sudden not having fun and feeling hopeless. I was feeling hopeless and feeling like I don't know if there's anywhere for me to go from here.
Maybe it's an expectations thing because I started off thinking this is going to be great. It's overcooked with designing restaurants. Like designing the actual...
I don't know if it was so much expectations.
For me, I'm talking. I was like, oh, that sounds awesome. So I think I started at a plateau of like, this is how much fun I'm having. And then it went for a while at that same level. And then it started to drop. And then by like our last session, it was in the gutter.
And when I say something I like about it, and that I like that they're outfits, but I wish there were more. You can wear like a chef's hat.
Like, well, there's barely any outfits.
Okay.
What was the point of that?
I don't know.
There wasn't even 4 outfits, so you can't have 4 different people with different outfits.
Yes, there were 4 outfits.
No, there was chef hat.
There's 3.
There was Cleany guy, and there was server guy. That's it.
Cleany guy. There was Cleany guy, dishwasher. Damn, come on. At least call them by their names.
The floor is not a dish, and they better be cleaning the floor if they're the Cleany guy.
Most dishwashers are responsible for cleaning the fucking floors.
I did love getting like there's little bits to this that I enjoyed a lot. Getting the scrubby brush and being faster at cleaning.
Yes, I liked getting the knife.
Carrying that around. Great. Carrying the knife around. Wonderful.
Yeah, I think the upgrades is a really cool idea.
At one point, we got a coffee station, and like the communication and planning around like, go get a coffee while I do this last pizza, and they're staying for coffee, so start pulling one out. Like,
yeah.
There was little nuggets here.
The flow of the gameplay is really fun. I actually really enjoy like making the pizzas and then going out and helping with other stuff. Like, I really like it. I think for us, this comes down to like execution overall. Like, so most of it is like really cool. But
when the 4 of us were grooving, I was having fun.
Yeah. Yes. The big picture though is a problem for us. So.
But then as soon as we die, the fun is instantly sucked away in all. It's just like, oh, that was worthless.
I really think it would be, oh God, I hate doing this. I don't like, well, this is what they should do, but
Put a baby
I
mode.
would feel better.
Put a baby mode.
If after, no, well, yes, I do think there should be a mode where you don't die or change the difficulty so you have more chances. Maybe like, how about 3 times? How about if we fuck up 3 times?
Make it be like Yelp reviews, like, oh, your restaurant suffered a 1-star review. You've got 3 strikes left before the health department shuts you down, or whatever. Some.
Or if you're gonna die with 1 chance, then give me more unlockables when I die. So like when I go back to my home base, now we have 2 unlockables we can bring in. Now there were some of that, but like it never felt helpful. Like it was a weird one.
We played so much and still never there is some kind of like bring it in with you unlockable stuff, right? Isn't there that whole top left section in the home base?
Yeah, but the one we got didn't even feel useful. It was like another oven or something. Right. I was like, what? We don't even need that.
So I think the end game of this game is probably awesome.
Oh, for sure.
If you're good at this game, it's probably, it is good. It is getting, it is worth
But is
playing.
it worth getting there?
There, for me, not worth it. I got Splatfest to get to.
Yeah.
By the way.
That felt like a finished review. So what are the other factors?
By the way, Team Grub
uh-huh.
in the current Splatfest. Let me know.
Are they winning?
In the comment. That doesn't tell you. There's a halftime report tonight. So I'll let you know who's winning.
God, it's like
in
sports.
The pregame, it was like 36% Team Fun, 30% Team Grub, and less Team. I don't remember, but Team Fun is probably going to take it. But we'll have the full report for you at the end of this Splatfest.
Thanks
next
for
episode.
letting me know. This is like this. I just tuned all that out so hard, as if I was listening to people talk about like football. So
this is kind of like football for me.
That's how it feels.
Let's run through these factors quick because I think we've said
we've said
our piece here. Progression, things to unlock.
Not permanent. No, yeah, there is. We just barely did.
Slow as molasses.
Yep.
Food pun.
Cool.
PlateUp food game.
There's no molasses in this game.
Might be. We didn't play enough. We couldn't get to the molasses.
Hey, they should have had there was ice cream as a side. Okay.
With like an ice cream soft serve station?
There was remember we had one level where we were serving ice cream. Am I crazy?
Maybe.
No, there was ice cream at some point.
Yeah. There was ice cream.
Shared
loot or XP.
He's talking to me like someone in an asylum. Yeah, whoever you're talking to in the corner is definitely there. Shared loot or XP? I think it's just on the file. Like whoever's save file.
Whoever save you're on is where you're starting.
Yeah.
Friendly fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab you with this knife. Nope.
You can't stab each other with a knife.
Can't stab each other with a knife.
Would have been
interesting, I guess.
You can get in each other's way. That's about the only thing. So the next factor, interruptive actions, not really, except for the point of the interruptive actions category is supposed to be like things that aren't gameplay relevant. It's more, like sucking you to the edge of the screen or whatever from the edge of the screen or blocking you from walking further. So really nothing in this game, but you can get in each other's way. And that's part of the strategy. But I actually think a lot of times, I don't know, that's realistic. You'll be in my way in the kitchen. That's a thing that happens.
That is a real thing in a kitchen.
But it feels like you didn't have enough space to lay out. Well, you said you get bigger ones. We just never got there.
Yeah.
Let's see. My next note is pizza game, but
we got there. We did that. We went there.
Difficulty of the co-op. Hard.
So you're saying the co-op makes it harder? No.
The co-op makes it easier. The more players, the easier it is. It seems like
the difficulties.
But the game itself is
hard. Difficult. Wow, sorry. The game is difficult. The co-op is medium. Like you do have to communicate. You have to. You have to pay attention, and you have to be helping each other out for sure if you want to succeed. Which I like.
You said, that was the best part when we were really grooving. When we figured it out and we were working well.
That was fun.
It was good. Sometimes the rain comes, and the rain increases how fast you're gonna fail. And I know that's the roguelike. That's the rogue part of like, you got a bad run this time. It started to rain, but like I can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
So like,
no, I agree, and I like roguelike games. I play them, so like I think this one's kind of weird as far as that goes. But because you don't feel like you have control, whereas in a roguelike it's all about control. It's all about like you need to get good if you're going to win, and then you slowly get good. That's the fun part.
Also, like the lore. So you fail if too
The
many
lore.
people. You fail if too many people are waiting outside for your
We're going
restaurant.
into the PlateUp lore now,
We
guys.
live in New York City, where people wait for hours to get into restaurants.
All right, listen. Yeah, but
why are we failing because we didn't serve them fast enough? Then just they'll leave, and who cares?
you're upset because PlateUp doesn't take place in New York City?
No, I'm upset because that's not how restaurants work. If you have to long wait, you'll just leave. The restaurant will still have customers. There's a long wait for a reason.
Oh, you're upset because our restaurant shut down. It's a game. I feel like this is a silly
You should shut down because of bad reviews. Like, oh, it took too long. -1 star.
I'm gonna disagree.
Oh, it's
with you
too
on
dirty
this.
in here. -1 star.
I'm not with you.
Oh, I'm with me.
It's fine.
If you're not with me, you're against me.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Intensity.
Very.
So intense.
Especially when you know that if one timer goes all the way down, it's over. So it feels very intense.
Competitiveness of the co-op.
No competitiveness.
No competitiveness. Really fun to work together.
Yes.
Strategy tactics.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yes, but here's the thing. I don't know how much of the tactics mattered because the mechanics seemed overpowered.
Yeah, I agree.
And maybe that is lessened.
That's
maybe
that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
You don't know why you're losing.
Maybe
so
that
how did our
gap-
tactic not work?
Maybe that gap is closed as you get more items.
Yeah, probably. But we'll never know.
We'll never know.
We're done.
Communication, final factor.
Yes.
Yep. And more so than Overcooked, where we talk about kitchen speak, just babbling.
It's more complicated than Overcooked.
Yeah, it has a little more
you have
actual.
serving.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Is there anything else you have to say about PlateUp? I think that you mentioned it being punishing. That is really my major.
Yep. I think my biggest overall review is execution is really off for me and makes it not fun enough for me to continue. But
Yeah,
I think the concept is really neat, and I wish for it to be better.
Yeah.
Or maybe an evolution of this kind of game in the future.
Yeah. I wrote so close to being sick. I actually don't know how close it is to being sick.
Yeah.
In theory, it's sick.
In theory, it's
I don't know if it's close though. All right, now we have to rate it, and I don't know. I'm a
Wow.
little stumped on how I feel because
I haven't even thought about it till
on
just
paper, yeah, it's good.
now.
But
Okay, everyone be quiet. I'm gonna
this is
say
the thinking
I'm gonna
segment. What do you at home think it would be rated?
if you know what a podcast should have? More thinking segments when
Yeah.
people are just
Everybody-
really quiet and
Well,
everyone
that
just
was the
starts
best part of
thinking.
like first grade. Was like it's quiet
What?
reading time.
Oh yeah, no, I fucked with quiet reading. I'm a reader now. You know
Did you
that.
ever have nap time like in preschool? Did you do preschool?
Yes, and we did, and I
would get
remember
yelled
it
at for
vividly.
not napping.
Yeah, bro, nap, motherfucker, nap.
I'm not tired. Like, why am I in trouble for my body not being? Or
Well, okay,
also,
wait,
I don't
wait,
know if
wait,
it was
wait,
about
wait.
being tired, but
Back
it would be
up.
about
What did you do when you weren't napping? If you were just lying
lay
down
there, just laying on my stupid cot.
how could
looking at the
anyone
ceiling.
tell if you were napping?
Because I was
Close your
looking around at
fucking
people. I was like
eyes.
looking at look at that. He looks funny sleeping.
I'm gonna give this game. Oh my god, this is hard. This is hard.
This is hard because
I'm gonna give it a C.
all right, I was gonna say C because it's not like it's bad.
Should we give it a C plus?
I think a C plus, and the plus is we know that it's
C plus is fine because that's average. Like
Yeah.
that's better than slightly better than average.
technically that's really bad on our scale.
Yes, it is bad on our scale, but like I feel like here's the thing though. I always think about the fact that like we rate games pretty highly most of the time because
Yeah.
those are the games we like get through and play.
We don't have
So
a
it's
lot
good
of
to
middling.
have some like meh games, you know,
Yeah.
throw them in there, just shake it up a little bit.
Yeah. But also, I still stand by you're right, it is average because A is still an incredible game. And then
Yeah,
we
yeah,
just
yeah,
have
yeah.
a funny S, double S,
We
triple
just
S.
love a lot of games. That's
Yeah.
all.
Weird. I like liking stuff.
I
Isn't that
know.
crazy?
Well, we like games because it's our hobby.
I like stuff I like and I don't like stuff that sucks.
Well, not objectively.
Name something
this
that
game,
sucks that I'd like.
PlateUp. I'm saying PlateUp doesn't suck objectively.
Oh, yeah, I know.
A C plus is good.
C plus. I think I agree. I want to like it also.
Yeah, I
it's one of
wanna
those
like it too.
situations where like, it's almost there in a way that like I feel sort of like Should we keep trying to
No.
find it? But no, because I've got Splatoon and Xenoblade and all their
Those are not co-op
things.
games.
Oh, not okay. Oh, sorry. Well, I don't like to tease what the next thing is
You're
in case
right.
we. What is our
Okay.
next one?
Oh
wait, Gotham Knight.
Well, we're
this
gonna
is-
wait till we hear reviews for that.
Well, we're
Because
gonna
you know what
not
happened with the last Marvel game you bought.
Wow, you are gonna get assaulted on the internet for
Wait,
saying
why?
Marvel.
Who the hell cares? What are you talking about?
Comic book people care.
They don't listen to this shit.
If you're a comic book person and you're listening to
Comic book people? Do they even exist anymore in my realm of being in?
Stop. Do you really think that someone who hears you call a DC thing be Marvel?
He's so mad right now. He's so mad.
I'm
and
trying to defend you, bro.
Do you
Put
know
up
what's
the
actually
defenses.
funny?
Put up the shields, bro.
Do you know what's actually funny? Until that, what you just said, I didn't even realize what I said wrong.
I noticed. You got a
Who
squadron.
cares?
The
Who
Gotham
cares?
Knights are coming for you.
Okay, good. They can take me.
Oh, bye. They just have me.
You can have me. It's fine. All right.
All right, let's close this one out.
Let's wait. Closing time. Closing time.
Let's
Time
fail
for-
we failed at the episode. So
Yeah, let's close our
start
restaurant down
again.
forever.
Let's shut down the restaurant forever because one person got wet outside. I don't like.
Yeah, fuck that person.
This is the part of the show where I ask you to tell me where we can tell them where to find us on the internet.
I just want to say one thing. This episode is like the equivalent of the owner of that restaurant replying to that person on Yelp and going, "Hey, buddy, fuck you, never come back."
No, you don't have the chance to do that. Why would we shut down because someone was unhappy with our restaurant?
I think it's funny that we did shut
We
down.
still always had clients coming to the door.
What if every time someone left a bad Yelp review, the restaurant had to shut down?
Honestly?
And but this is also a world in which starting up a new restaurant is as easy as 1,
hitting a
2,
button.
3, dude.
That's true.
This is a crazy world. The world of
Can you
PlateUp.
imagine how good food would have to be?
Like, yo, dude, I
But the
waited out in
problem
the
is
rain
people
for
will eat-
I waited out in the rain for 60 fucking seconds. I am never coming
I'm
back.
never coming back here to Earth, the planet where it rained. Just bring an umbrella.
Just bring an umbrella.
Just bring an umbrella, huh?
Wasn't an umbrella one of the like unlockables?
Might be. There's I think there's an awning possibly to
See,
save.
yeah, why wouldn't we just go outside and put up like a little thing?
Or why? I still don't. If there are people lining up at your restaurant,
He's so mad.
you are succeeding as a restaurant.
He's so mad.
Yes. There's also a mechanic where you call to bring more people to the restaurant. What is that? That's not how it works. Have you ever gotten a call from...
What is that?
Have you ever gotten a call
Hey, yo,
from McDonald's?
Domino's is calling me like, hey,
Yo,
can you come in, dude?
Ronald says I need to go down and order a Happy Meal now. And I have to wait in the rain
Well,
for it.
guess I gotta. And then you wait in the rain and you wait 60 seconds. You're like,
Can't believe I
fuck
did this.
I can't believe I listened to Ronald McDonald. I'm never coming back.
I'm going to Burger King that they just opened up. You could name your restaurants. Naming your restaurants
That was fun.
was fun.
The customizable
Should it be a
options
B because
was
of that?
cool. No.
Okay.
There's no hats. You can't give it an extra score. Okay. Anyway. I'm gonna tell you
where do
where
we
to
go?
find
Where's
us.
the internet? How does this work? We got a
So
website.
the internet, you can log in on
A series
a
of tubes.
computer device, and you open up your browser. You type in savestogether.club or .com. We have .com now. Hey ho, where you can find links to our social media episodes and a list of like our categories and recommended games. This won't be on there. You can also follow us over on.
I might put this on there.
Okay. You can put
I think people should play it.
Okay. All right. Why?
Because it's.
You know what?
It's cool when it works.
don't think people should play it.
Really.
I don't know. I don't want to commit to that actually. I don't know. I feel like
I think for some people it's gonna really click, and clearly it is because it's doing well, and it doesn't.
I think it's an evolution of a genre that needed to happen, and
Yeah.
for that, I'm really glad it exists, and I
And I
hope
hope
there's more like it. That's
This
what
is
I
like
think.
the amount of farming games that exist now, and like some of them don't work, but they have good ideas that other ones
Yes.
can take and make theirs better.
Yes, we're consuming worse games to make better games in the maw of game making.
Pac-Man,
right?
just-
That's how that works.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you can also follow us on social media at Twitter and Instagram at Saves Together.
So I got a new phone. I got the Flip.
So I got
Sick phone, by the way.
Let me tell you
Sick
about this. So
phone.
I got a new phone. Was that a good impression?
Is that me?
That was Jay Leno.
That was Jay Leno?
No, never mind. Cut that out. It's not Jay Leno. It's just anyone that says things at the beginning of a talk show, night show.
So I got a new phone. I mean, that's how like all comedy bits like.
Yes, you're right.
You seen this? You seen this thing?
That's what I was doing.
That's like a Jerry Springer.
Okay, that's
like
Jerry
a
Springer?
Jerry Seinfeld. Isn't
Jerry
that like
Seinfeld.
That's like a Rodney Dangerfield.
Who?
I get no respect guy.
I get no respect.
You can't do the voice and not know the
Oh,
person.
but I can.
And I
did.
but this was about reviews. So I got a new phone, and there's some sort of setting on the Google Maps location services that it keeps asking me my opinion of places I've been.
Oh, me too. Why does it do this?
Why is it doing that to me?
I'll never tell you my opinion.
I'm not going to tell you my opinion on the Payless
Radio
shoe
City
source
Musical.
because I didn't go to the Payless shoe source. I walked by it. Like I didn't even go there.
Mine knows where I went at least.
But it will also ask me my review of like where I work. Like I work here.
You're like, this place sucks.
This place is trash. No one should come here. 1 star.
It'd be really funny if you that review. What do you?
Mine
mine asked me what I thought of my office too. I was like, I don't fucking know. Leave me alone.
I'm in control of our business Google profile, and I have deleted so many people's pictures they post that are like, "This isn't our place. Why are you posting?" It was a nice sunset down the street that one of our clients posted.
Can they post it on your company's like?
They did.
Google
like,
review.
It said like
I don't
Google images of this business, and
Okay.
here's just like down the street looking at the skyline of the city sunset.
Maybe it automatically uploads it. It's not that they're doing it.
No,
right?
he was old. He did it on purpose. He
He
by on
did it?
purpose, I mean he's old, so he didn't know what he was doing.
I don't. Okay, you know what? We're not gonna get into this because I don't want to talk about what old people do on purpose.
Boomers, man, they don't know nothing.
They don't know nothing. What do they know? Nothing.
They don't even know how to end their own podcast.
No, I definitely don't.
So we should do that.
Why don't we have a cool name? They have Boomer. They have Zoomer.
Millennials.
Millennials sounds like.
Zoomer is not the real one. It's Gen Z.
But Zoomer's the word. But what's our nickname then? Moomer?
We're the Moomers.
I'm the Moomin.
millennial
Let's be the
boomer.
Moomins. Yeah?
I should get really into Moomin.
Yeah, you say that all the time. Kind of like with Splatoon. So maybe one day you actually will.
Those biscuit crackers, those Moomin biscuits.
They weren't very
I made
good.
the Snufkin and the Moomin kiss. Those.
I noticed, and I was wondering about that. I heard you do that, and I was like, does he ship Snufkin and the Moomin? I think that
Are there multiple Moomins? The Moomins are just the trolls, right? That's just like saying the Smurf. That'd be like saying
Are we offending the Moomin fandom right now?
I'm not offending. I'm learning. I want to learn about this. Someone teach me
I
about
don't know.
Moomins.
I thought they were some sort of rhino.
Well, they're like weird trolls.
They're
But
trolls.
what I mean is Moomin their race, or is that one Moomin?
I think
is he
it's,
Moomin?
Okay, we're both speaking from a place of no education. This is our favorite conversation to have. We just both like are figuring things out without even Googling it, and it's wrong.
That's the human condition, man. Just like.
But we have Google now, so why don't we do that? I don't know why we do this.
It's not important enough,
You're right,
and it's pretty fun to form. It's like headcanon. We're making headcanons all day long about historical events.
Well,
George Washington definitely told.
This is how people become misinformed and uneducated, is they make headcanons about historical events that are just like
I'm going to start calling
true.
lying headcanon.
That's...
No, my headcanon was I didn't do that.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up. I think Moomin is their race, yes, and I know nothing.
Thanks for everybody for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Make sure to visit us and check us out and love us forever.
Leave us some reviews. We don't say that one. That's like classic podcast thing that we're supposed to say.
I don't want reviews. I don't want to know what you think.
Leave us a 5-star review only.
Yeah, you'll shut us down if you leave a 1-star review.
If you even put a single, you wait in the rain for this pod. This is bad. The bit's
over.
It's been rolled over.
It's been rolled like a pizza dough into the floor.
There's no more callbacks. We have to stop the episode. We have to stop the episode.
All right. Bye.
Bye.